I want to welcome everyone. Good afternoon to my 32BJ family, our elected leaders. I'm Kyle Bragg, and I'm president of 32BJ. I'm very happy to be here today with all of you to celebrate a new day for more than 2,000 workers in our city who will finally see wage justice after a long and difficult fight. These men and women work in luxury residential buildings as porters, as concierge, as door persons, just like the 35,000 residential building service workers who are members of 32BJ. But until recently, they did not receive the same wages or benefits that our members do. That was just wrong. And we're here today because we are setting it right. We are setting it right through the work of our members, through our leaders, our legislators, our bill sponsors, of course, the great governor of the state of New York, Kathy Hochul. Yeah. These workers have been fighting for years to get the wages that they deserve and the benefits that give them respect and dignity on the job for themselves and their family. Thanks to the new carbon condo prevailing wage law, these workers will now be able to support their families just like our members are able to. And today, we're especially excited to have with us 3 of our elected leaders who made this legislation a reality, the 2 bill sponsors, and again, as well as our governor, Kathy Hochul. This is the first piece of legislation that we supported that Governor Hochul has signed into law. So with that, I am so happy and look forward to our continued relations, working together to make lives better for working people of our state. And I give you our governor, Kathy Hochul.
32 BJ, 32 BJ, 32 BJ, 32 BJ. Well, I'm having a great time. Are you all having a great time? I love the energy that's here, the excitement, the passion. First of all, congratulations to our great leader, Kyle Bragg, on your re-election.
Thank you.
I always like elections. I like re-elections even better, so congratulations. And all to my partners in government. I just want to thank everyone who's here. I see Brad Hoylman and Dick Godfried is here, and Carmen De La Rosa, thank you for being a champion of this in our legislature, and Linda Rosenthal, of course, Gail Brewer is here, Roberta Reardon, and I guess, is there someone like a lieutenant governor around here too?
Yeah.
This is my guy. This is my guy. He's keeping me so busy signing all of his bills because I know I'm going to hear about it if I don't, but he's a tremendous partner, our great former senator, now Lieutenant Governor Brian Benjamin, and to all of you, you're just incredible. And I want to also thank our speaker, Carl Heastie, for being with me this morning as well as this afternoon when we do some really important work for the people of New York. Great, great partners. I'm sorry I had to sign this in Buffalo a few weeks ago. I was in search of a Labor Day parade. No, we didn't have a parade because of COVID, but we're back next year, right?
Yes, we will.
All right, we'll do it again next year.
Stronger than ever.
All right, we'll come back next year. So I went to Buffalo to the same neighborhood where my immigrant grandparents came and only had good jobs because they were part of the union movement. And I will never forget what labor unions did for my family, lifting them out of extreme poverty and living in trailer parks. And like so many others who come to this country in search of a better life, the labor union movement helped elevate all of us and an entire family and generations. And ultimately, I will never forget what that did for me personally. So when it comes to an opportunity like this, when Roberta Reardon was with me in Buffalo and we did this, for me to just literally pick up the pen and say with that statement, I'm signing this right now because you matter. The state of New York has your back, and we're going to continue to fight for the working men and women of this state together. I'll continue doing that. I'll continue doing that. And I also also ask the question, my friends from 32BJ, especially the 2,000 workers who are in our buildings taking care of people of great means. How nice is that? You're the door people, you're the cleaning people, the support staff. You are the ones who make this city happen.
Yeah.
Let's never forget your contributions every single day. And I'm sorry you don't get the recognition that I think you deserve, but I'm here today to say you have it from me and 20 million New Yorkers who appreciate what 32BJ does every single day. Especially what you went through during this pandemic, my friends. This is a bad nightmare that no one wants to repeat, but you were there at a time when a lot of people said, no, I think I'll just stay home and work on my computer today. I'm not going to the office. You showed up. You showed up in every corner of this state and this community to do your jobs, and you did it with such courage. You never were fearful. You just knew you had something to do, and you showed up. And for that, just by showing up, I will always be grateful. And that's another reason why I passed the HERO Act. We signed the HERO Act into law to make sure that the workspace is safe for every one of you. But to make sure that you get more than a living wage, the prevailing wage, the salaries that lift you up by 50%, that was long overdue. I'm so glad we were able to accomplish that, and I'm delighted to be here to celebrate this. We're just beginning, my friends. We're just getting warmed up. We're going to let people know that the most unionized state in America is proud of that. We're going to increase our ranks, and we're going to increase the influence of labor unions, because under my watch, we're going to do even more for the great men and women of the state, and I'm so grateful for all of you here today. My great partner, Brian Benjamin, is going to continue speaking on my behalf today. I do have to run, but I also want to recognize Jerry Nadler, our great congressman, is here. Let's give it up for Jerry Nadler. Thank you, my friends. Let's keep it going. I've got a lot of pens, a lot of signing I'm going to keep doing. Let's keep the good times rolling here, everybody. Let's keep the good times rolling. All right, take care, everybody.
Thank you. Let's give it up for our governor, Kathy Hochul. Thank you, Governor Hochul. And we have so many dedicated elected leaders with us today, and I'm going to leave that to someone else to make sure that they recognize each and every one of them so I don't make a mistake and leave anyone out, because they are all champions of working people in this state. So when workers come together, we're powerful. This we know at 32BJ. 32BJ members work in residential buildings. Our doormen, our porters, your supers have for decades fought to make sure their jobs are good jobs with good wages and strong benefits. We fight hard to protect these gains and to improve on them, as we will do next year in our negotiations in 22 for over 35,000 of our members. So we can keep up with the rising costs of living in this city. We've created an industry standard that allows our members to spend their careers within the industries that they're privileged to serve the public, because they know their jobs will support them and their families. But having our members do well is just not enough. We could not stand by to see workers who are doing the same kind of work in residential buildings down the street from our union buildings and luxury buildings, no less, get left behind. These apartments sell for millions of dollars while receiving tax breaks. Meanwhile, their work is made close to the minimum wage, often without any benefits. We support these workers who came out to protest even as they were risking their lives every day over the past year and a half as essential workers, because it was time to do what's right, and it's now time to do what's right by these workers. And thanks to elected leaders such as Senator Brian Benjamin, our new Lieutenant Governor, Assembly Member Carmen De La Rosa, Senator Majority Leader Andrea Stewart-Cousins, and Assembly Speaker Carl Hastings, who recognize this injustice, we can now say to the more than 2,000 workers covered by this law, you did it. You fought for your families, and you won your respect. So with that, before I turn it over to my Vice President and my Political Director, Candace Tolliver, I want to recognize another great leader of our union, our Assistant to the President, newly elect, John Santos. And Vice President, Izzy Melendez. And now, I've turned the podium over to my brilliant political director and vice president, Candace Tolliver.
All right. 32 BJ. 32 BJ. 32 BJ.
Yeah. Good afternoon. My name is Candace Tolliver. I'm the proud political director here at 32BJ. In this very difficult period, our union members, who were all classified as essential workers, went to work every single day. They went to work to keep our city moving and to keep our city safe. And we have to continue to fight, not only to protect workers and those they serve, but to improve conditions for more workers, those in our union and those that are not. An important part of that work has happened thanks to the support of our elected officials at the state and city level. With strong support from state legislators, we won meaningful access to health benefits for thousands of workers at airports through the Healthy Terminals Act. We continue to work with our state partners for fair health care pricing, and will keep fighting day in and day out for working people across the state. When workers come together, getting that support from elected officials is an unbeatable combination. It's not often that we get to have both our governor and lieutenant governor join us for the same event, but we have both of them here today because Lieutenant Governor Brian Benjamin is wearing two hats, as Lieutenant Governor and as the Senate sponsor to this very important legislation. It was his work on this bill that got us to this point today. And with that, I would like to welcome our Lieutenant Governor Brian Benjamin.
32? 32? Y'all saw I pulled my tie out for y'all today. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is family. You know, my President Kyle and Vice President Tolliver know very well. Yeah. Our sisters are moving out here. Know very well that my father is a retired member of 32BJ. A building service worker in Manhattan. And one of the things that I felt so deep to my core was that it was important that someone like me, who is the beneficiary of what labor does in this country. You know, I was able, neither of my parents have a college diploma. They just had hard work, and they were fortunate enough to be members of the labor movement. So both my parents, my mom's 37, my dad's 32BJ.
Woo! Yeah.
Both of my parents were able to retire with pension and benefits that otherwise wouldn't have happened for them. And if they didn't have the salaries and the abilities that they had, then I wouldn't have been able to study, and my sister and my brother, and go to school, and to be standing up here as lieutenant governor.
Yeah.
This is how the labor movement works. So when Governor Hochul says labor is going to be all right in our administration, it's because she understands the full circle nature of how this works, and I'm honored to be a beneficiary standing here today, having have been the Senate sponsor and working so closely with a fierce Latina in the Assembly, Carmen De La Rosa, who fought hard. She fought so hard for this bill because these are her constituents. These are her fellow brothers and sisters. And let me just say lastly, if the state gives tax abatements to luxury co-ops and condos, the least we should expect is that there are prevailing wages and benefits for those who work in those buildings to keep everybody safe. That is the kind of New York State that I want to be a part of. And 32BJ, that's the kind of New York State you're helping to make happen. Thank you very much.
32 BJ. 32.